What's up guys, I'm just a gamer and I'm back with another reaction video. Cronos the New Dawn has dropped a deep dive into the combat video, and this is a game that I've been really looking forward to, that I've been really keeping my eye on. It's very much Dead Space and like original Resident Evil 4, and yeah, like the story as well has got me like really curious about what the heck is going on, and the monsters look grotesquely amazing, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna say here. So enough of me talking, let's get into it.
Hello, my name is Jacek Ziemba and I am game director in Project Cronos.
And my name is Shamilian Bukhtin. I'm lead combat designer here in Cronos.
And today we want to talk about combat in Cronos the New Dawn.
Serious business. So we want to make a combat experience in a surviving atmosphere where we put a lot of emphasis into a tactical experience for the players.
We need to stay cautious and call all the time because our enemies, orphans, can merge with each other. So when you kill an enemy, it creates, in a way, a fuel for other enemies to be absorbed and then to become stronger. So yeah, it's tactical gameplay, but during the fight, you need to also think very fast. What should you do?
Since we're aiming into the tactical and decision-making approach, we are making each encounter in the game handcrafty, which leads to that somewhere you have environment as your own advantage. Somewhere not, and it's going to be a disadvantage. Somewhere you can use the canister. Somewhere you can lure the enemy out into your position. Or you can do vice versa and just go into melee and fight with your enemies with your best luck.
There's no one solution to how to, clear out areas.
Okay, I like that.
And so on. Depends on your playstyle. Even in
I got a little scared there when they said that each combat experience is like handcrafted, because there are some times when they can just feel like, oh, this is the way the combat should go, and it's just not that great. But here they literally said like they're handcrafted, but you can still go at it your own rate. Just think tactically, and I appreciate that. I like that.
Here, when we develop the game, some of us play more offensive, more defensive. It all depends on your loadout, your gameplay style in a way, and how you want to approach it, and how many resources you have. So there's a lot of variability there.
It's actually up to you how the resource management would be handled, because here we are giving you different types of weapons, different tools, abilities, and throughout the game you have to by yourself figure out what works best for you, what kind of player you are and what kind of strategy fits for you better in our environment.
Resource management is also a key, of course, in survival horror, but definitely in our game. So it's very important what you are doing before the fight with the resource, during the fight and after the fight. If you are a more offensive player, you can craft maybe more ammunition. If you're a more defensive one or want to have more health packs, okay, from the same resources you will decide, okay, I want to have something for, when it wouldn't be needed.
Okay.
Yes, of course you can. As many other survival horror games, we made a decent progression tree for the player, so you can upgrade your weaponry, your tools, your suit. It's up to you how you would like to upgrade your character.
I just saw.
That
Hold on.
fits best for your playstyle.
Hold on. Okay, like for whatever reason, I saw sword and I was like, whoa, 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 what? There's melee weapons? Because I know there's like a fist, there's like melee, like they said, but I wasn't sure if there was like a melee weapon. So like for a second, I just saw sword. I didn't see like the handgun next to it, and I was like, wait, what? But still, okay. Again, I know there's melee. I'm just curious if there's melee weapons. That's all.
Upgrade your weaponry, your tools, your suit. It's up to you how you would like to upgrade your character that fits best for your playstyle. In Cronos game, we came up with a different takes on the enemies. So here we build different types of roles for them. So I'm imagining a role of a runner whose basic goal is to run to the player and kill him as fast as it can. or a different one, which is like a ranger character who stands behind and shoots you and forces you to go closer to him. There are bruisers, there are big-ass tanky guys whose the only goal is to grab as much resources they can from you. With that idea, we created a lot of unique encounters within the game, and we're asking you to think, analyze, and decide on yourself what would be the best target to start fighting.
All of that is flipped by a merge system. So even if you're, very good at what Shamil said, when merge happen, now, your running enemy can become a tank enemy.
Oh yeah.
And even have a range attack now, or other attacks, and just become stronger and stronger if you let them merge, so don't do it. So you need to be very careful, how to approach combat with our enemies, because different things can happen during the fight. But also we mix that with different types of enemies, like more sneaky ones, or like more like trap-like ones here and there, also to change the pace of the game. But also I think somebody said something about boss fights.
No. We're not talking about boss fights.
So yeah, that's a secret, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yes and no. So all travelers need to jump to the past to extract some targets, but each of them will have different, let's say, list of them. You can find an upgrade in the game that can tell the state of health of enemies. So how much they still have before you kill them by using guns. You raise your leg and you stomp.
With a heavy sound.
Yeah. No. You will suffer. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more materials in the future about Cronos the New Dawn.
Okay, very nice. Very cute, the last few questions. Alright guys, that was the deep dive video into Cronos the New Dawn's combat, and I say deep dive, well the video says deep dive, but they really didn't go that deep into the combat just because they pretty much just went over stuff we had already seen and can already speculate what it would be. But I was happy to hear once again, and they reinforced the fact that it is more strategic. You really do have to think about your encounters, and I am happy that there's going to be variety in the ways you can approach things. I was just happy to have that confirmation, even though we pretty much already assumed or speculated that was going to be the case. And one thing that they did answer that I appreciated, or at least the developers didn't answer themselves, but the video we saw answered, some of the footage we saw, was that can you stop monsters from merging? If they already have their tendrils going off, can you interrupt it? And during one of the little combat sections they showed, it actually showed that he did a flamethrower stomp or spray or something, and it interrupted the merging process. So that was something I was curious about, and that video did answer it. And then going back to some of the questions they answered, most of them were really MacGuffins, givens, and it was come on. But I did appreciate that they did give us hints as to some stuff, hey, is that thing on your pack a weapon? No. Okay, so it has to be something else. Maybe it's a traversal technique, maybe it's something, because so far all we've seen is gun combat, and there has to be more to the combat than just gunplay. Dead Space had their little gravity, stasis, even Callisto Protocol had something similar, again, with also being able to stasis things and telekinetically push and pull them. So I have to assume, or I want to say, there has to be something else that they're not talking about yet. Some type of ability or some type of weaponry that's beyond the normal. Because if it was just gunplay, it would get too I don't know, repetitive and just redundant at some points. But so yeah, there is something else with the combat that they just haven't dived into, and I'm really hoping that we hear from them more soon, because they said it themselves there's going to be more videos, so we'll be checking those out as well when they come out, hopefully. But yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed this, and again, I just really like seeing the combat, and I really liked one thing I forgot to mention was the way they talked about the enemies and the whole concept of merging, and depending on what merges with what, they will obtain new abilities. They will, have new move sets and stuff like that. So that's really curious. I'm really excited to see like what type of things can happen if you screw up in combat, because that could be awesome. But yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed this and I can't wait to see more. But those are my thoughts. That's my reaction. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd appreciate any feedback. Subscribe. I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube because I've not figured out mostly streaming. So if you'd like, you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/justthegamerinc, all together in word, or you can click the link below. And on YouTube, just hit the notification to know when I go live. But what do you guys think of this deep dive into combat? What are your thoughts on maybe, what are your speculation on the combat that have they not revealed yet? Do you think the combat itself already looks good? Like, what are your thoughts on how the combat looks in this game in general? Like, I would love to hear from you guys. But regardless, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and have a good game.